silent! Be still!
Always free with
That's why mine are always black.
There we go.
Hereafter, so that we remember our bonds, we shall always come together in a circle.
It's not so much chill. We hit so many different topics and jump all over.
To hear and tell of deeds good and brave.
You went full cookie puss.
Hey, I'll just look.
I will build a round table where this fellowship shall meet.
That's why it's the round table. We're all equals here.
Well, at least I'm not pulling a rickshaw.
Remember it well then, this night, so that in the years ahead, you can say, I was there that night.
There's a lot of shots being fired.
And it sounded like somebody was sucking down their microphone like a slack jaw bundle of sticks.
Whoa, there's no gay frogs here.
Good and evil, there never is one without the other.
Where hides evil then in my kingdom?
Always where you never expect it.
And it passes through Antifa ranks. It smells like cat piss and kitty litter.
Yeah.
Patchouli.
I know a few YouTubers who smell like that.
And look upon this moment. Savory! Rejoice with great gladness!
And welcome to the round table.
For it is the doom of men that they forget.
Good evening, everyone. This is Vinnieart. I am the creator of City of Venus, Shadow of the Kraken, Through the Woods, formerly designer McFarlane Toys. And tonight we're going to be talking about a couple of cool topics. I did want to give like a big shout out to Dave Stevens, the creator of Rocketeer, and kind of have a little remembrance kind of stream for that amazing creator. Show some of his artwork, talk a little bit about his career, and some really cool stuff. That's on the YouTube side of things. On the Rumble side of things, we're going to hit some heavy topics that I can't even mention over here because they'll probably strike us. So, it's going to be a fun time. Stick with us, and I hope you do enjoy what we have to offer tonight. I'm not going on camera tonight. I've been doing it the last couple of weeks, but late night last night, feeling kind of crappy today. So, no worries. We got enough energy to talk about.
I told you to take it easy on the Splenda, Vinny, and you didn't want to listen.
Well, we have Tommy in the Guinea Pig Collective here. Tommy, how you doing tonight?
Oh, just loading up rounds in the chamber, getting ready for all the wonderful people in this chat. I hope every last one of you work on the set of Rust too.
This man, he's got blood in his hands. We also have the lovely Trina. How you doing, Trina?
I'm well, happy to be here. Hope everybody had a good weekend, and I'm looking forward to streaming with you guys.
Hell yeah. I'm so glad that you're here. And I was able to send the link early tonight, so I know you get pissed when I don't. You're like,
I did notice that.
She's like, what is this? What is this? You can't send me a link 2 minutes before you start. I got things to do. I'm an important person. I'm like, all right. You'll get one. I'll send you the link 20 minutes, 38. You'll get it. No, you're awesome. And Tina Bojan was supposed to be on tonight, but she has a very early morning, so she can't make it tonight. But she sends her love for everyone on panel and everyone in chat. So thank you, Tina Bojan. We also have our resident vampire in the house. My bad, bro. Angela Straven. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. Looking forward to whatever topics you got going on. I seen Oppenheimer the other day, which was pretty good.
Cool.
I'll
talk about that tonight too. We'll probably need more content for YouTube.
Oppenheimer?
Yes.
Oppenheimer. Which is great. We also have the legend Chris Fisk in the house. How you doing, Chris?
Hey, yeah. I guess the only solace to the fact that this weekend goes by so quickly is that at least we get to do a cool roundtable at the end of it. So thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, I do. I'm always happy that you enjoy it as well, because I mean, we do hit a lot of topics, and I love hearing from everybody on kind of what we hit. It's gonna be a good time as always.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. And of course, We got the Mad Doctor himself here. We got a Dega Outlaw. How you been, Doc?
Should I wake up? No, I'm sorry.
Damn old people.
Get off my lawn. No, it's been. I'm glad to be here. Let's put it that way. Things have kind of been odd at my house. That's why you haven't seen much of me. So, people moving in, different things going on. Not necessarily moving to my house. I got a stepfather who's losing his marbles and has to go into institution close to our place. It's fun. It's life. Glad to be here.
Well, we're glad that you're here, and that hopefully things will get better soon. Because I know it. I know how the family stuff goes. It's rough at times, but we do what we could. Because again, families. That's what's important right now, and being there for everyone. So, thank you for being here for us. Because the doc is awesome, and we've missed you, buddy. So, hell yeah.
Oh, I appreciate that. I miss being with you guys.
See, and that makes me happy.
And gals.
See, he's looking at you. But we also have, again, the super fan himself, Adam Shawhan, and the Wiener Dog Clan.
That's
How
right,
you doing,
man.
brother?
I'm happy to be here to hang out with such fine people. We're gonna have so much fun, and when you're ready for the uncut live version of us, check us out on Rumble.
Uncensored has been getting pretty spicy lately, so we'll let you know, guys, when we switch over. So it's going to be a good time. We might have a few more guests popping in. I know there's a couple people who want to come to show up tonight, so we'll see. We'll see if they do. If not, we're still going to have a great conversation regardless. So let me say a quick hello to the chat. Toy Mafia was the first one in here tonight, so thank you for being here. Adego is saying hello to everyone. Manliness and motivation in the house. How you doing, brother? Oh yeah, there's something else we got to talk about on Rumble too. Yeah, anyone saw that Tom Hanks thing? Disgusting.
Gypsy baby. Sorry.
How you doing, Lion Rat? Oh no, it was. I think. Yeah, maybe it was worse than that. It was really disturbing.
Oh God,
you saw it too. That was.
Oh
creepy.
yeah.
The
Still speed bagging it.
Jesus. He was. He was wrist deep. Keely Chow. How you doing, buddy? Jesus, yeah. There's a lot of rough stuff out there. It's crazy. The men's room. Hey, man, how you doing? Is it Seth? Dude, always great seeing you. He's been saying hello to me over on the Facebooks. So thank you, man. Good person. Go check them out as well. Draven was saying hello to everyone in the chat. Good stuff. King of Squibs is in the house. Hello, brother. Always great seeing you. Chris was saying hi to everyone. Peter, dude, it's been a minute since we've seen you, man. Dude, I hope everything's going well in your neck of the woods. Another fantastic supporter of the channel and of all those great books that I have. By the way, like I said, City of Venus 2, I am in production of that. Got a number of pages completed. I want to start giving you guys more and more updates. I put up a couple this past week. Shorts and stuff like that, and little teasers of artwork. So, yes, work is getting done on that project. Again, that's all me. So, again, just bear in mind, got a lot of things on my plate, but making sure that book is getting worked on. And I'm hoping to at least do the pre-launch thing by the end of the year. So, it's going to be a bigger book, by the way, more page, bigger page count. So, it's going to be awesome. Where was I? I think I hit everybody. I think we said hello to all the folks. Tonight, I did want to talk about a little bit of a remembrance stream for Dave Stevens. For those not familiar, he is the creator of the Rocketeer. Fantastic artist. And there was an amazing documentary that just got dropped on Amazon Prime that covers his career and his life. And the guy was an amazing artist. One of my favorites. The Rocketeer is an awesome character, 30s based kind of pulp hero type thing, like your Doc Savage adventure kind of book. More of an average guy.
Well, he's got some Indiana Jones in there with the whole Nazi thing.
Oh yeah, absolutely, dude, absolutely. And it's awesome. I just I pulled the trigger on it because I found it for half price. They have the ultimate collection of the Rocketeer, and it's all remastered. There's a fantastic colorist, Laura Martin, who she worked with Dave in the past, and they all know that he wanted his book recolored. because again, the original volumes and stuff of the Rocketeer, he put so much work into it, and then in the end, it's printed on shitty paper, and you get kind of like the watered down version of what his colors are. So she remastered the whole thing. She recolored every single page. The book is like 270 something pages. It's like the complete work. It's got his sketches in there. Really awesome. Yeah, it's geez, manliness.
You joke, but
yeah, you joke. But yeah,
He's not wrong.
And Laura Martin, she's one of the colorists who helped Adam Hughes with computer coloring for him to kind of learn it. So yeah, she's a super talent. She's worked in a number of books too for all the different companies. So mad respect to those people. I don't know what their views are one way or the other. I don't care. I'm just talking about the caliber of work and that kind of era of artists. Dave Stevens, he worked with Bernie Wrightson. He had a studio with him, a couple other artists. Like these guys were really stepping up their game. But on top of all that cool stuff, Dave Stevens, he also was the guy who kind of resurrected the popularity of Betty Page, since he drew Betty Page as like the main love interest in the Rocketeer. And not many people at the time knew who she was, but they started finding out because of that book. And fast forward a few years into everything, Dave actually found Betty Page, and he started helping her. He got her some money back from the different people who screwed her over. And again, Dave wasn't a guy who was super rich. Yeah, they made a movie and stuff on his character, but Disney bent them over. Part of that's in the documentary as well. But
could you imagine that Disney raking somebody over the coals? No way.
Right? Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. These people have always been scumbags. But once Walt went, his whole company went with it.
Yeah.
All the Vipers came in and kind of destroyed stuff.
Well,
but
it just shows you how much McCarthy failed us. You know, it's like getting an antibiotic and not taking the full prescription when you just start feeling better. It comes back and it's more resistant. Well, this is what happens. You know, if you don't clean house, the commies come back.
Yeah.
Well, Walt had a touch of that himself too. I mean, he was not no saint. I mean,
but he was
stole a lot of stories from people.
But a lot of it too was
commie propaganda.
Yeah, it was propaganda they threw his way because he fought against the Yahtzees and stuff and the communists. There was one side of his family who were bitter pricks and they wanted more money, and it was attached to his niece. His niece was the one going around bad mouthing him everywhere. And yeah, it's whatever. But that wasn't the topic tonight. The topic was the Rocketeer and Dave Stevens and some of his artwork. If you guys have not seen it, I mean, this guy's work was incredible. His line work, just what he's done has been truly, truly amazing. But yeah, and again, he is the guy who kind of made Betty Page kind of famous again. You know, and again, he hit that fine line with his work as well. I mean, yeah, he loved tits and ass and all that great stuff, but he knew how to tell a great story. His visuals were just truly amazing.
Well, he did it in a way that was tasteful, didn't he? Kind of like the same way Norman Rockwell did with a lot of his paintings. He would show just a little bit, but he would do it tastefully.
Exactly, but that's also one of his influences. Was Rockwell. Rockwell, Frazetta, and it's great too. Like the studio that he had with like Bernie Wrightson. Bernie Wrightson did all those famous Frankenstein artwork and all that. If you guys haven't seen it, the super hyper detailed stuff. And again, their inking styles were incredible. They used like the brush, and it wasn't just the pen. So to master what they did was very, very difficult. And again, it's like on another level. But yeah, and he was like, you could tell he was inspired by like the Vargas girls and Elfgren. Like he had so many great influences in his work. But again, he also put like the people in his life he was putting into his book and wanted to tell a fun story. And I'm happy he got to do that. He did storyboards for Indiana Jones, by the way, and that was pretty epic too. The stuff that I heard with that, because Steven Spielberg, because he didn't just do storyboards. He was putting tons of detail in there, And Spielberg was loving it. And he goes, put more, put more. I want this to be the best storyboards anyone's ever seen. And then George Lucas would come by and go, no, no, no. It's supposed to be messy and quick. What are you doing? Why are you taking so long on these? Because he was a slow artist, but it's because he was so meticulous with what he did. And I could definitely relate. But not that I'm super slow or anything, but it's taken me a while because I'm doing everything. But, but we did crank out a bunch of campaigns. We had 6 campaigns out there for you guys and girls. Seventh is on the way, but again, it's pretty epic. And Steven Spielberg, he made him do it because he wanted all the original artwork, and he was getting it. So, but here's the thing too, like when he did develop Rocketeer, he kind of like redeveloped an older property, and they didn't know if like it was public domain, so he just kind of made his own character, like kind of loosely based on it. The face was kind of similar on the mask, but like he did a cool kind of retro design for it, added the big fin, the rocket. He did his own kind of thing with it, and he came up with this awesome character that is very timeless. This thing was like created like in 82 or 83, but it looks like something that was like out of, again, the 30s or 40s. So pretty epic what he did, and again, like just the work that he put out there was truly amazing. And just a legendary artist all the way. So if you weren't familiar with him, I highly recommend checking out that documentary. Really interesting, his life, his career, some of the other artists and people in his path that he worked with. There's at least 2 people on the documentary that I knew. One guy was still sending me Christmas cards up until a few years ago.
Oh man,
that's on the documentary. Yeah, Dave Scroggy from Dark Horse. Awesome guy, really cool individual. But and it's cool to hear these stories, and everything he kind of did was through his artwork, and it's pretty damn epic. But again, for someone who he didn't have to do what he did, and how he protected and helped Betty Page, that alone is pretty damn amazing, because she's someone who just got screwed over in life so many times, and he wanted to make sure she was going to be taken care of again. So
that's nice.
Yeah, they became really good friends on top of it, which is awesome. He was like literally taking her to go get groceries and to the doctor and whatnot. Like it's crazy. And he's like, he would have never thought that, because that was like his perfect vision of the perfect woman when he was growing up, and how he learned how to draw and everything. And that's why he kind of put her in the book. But by the way, this is the collected edition. So if you guys were curious, I know it's going fast since this documentary dropped. Like everyone's trying to put their grubby little hands on it, which you can't blame them, because this guy's work, again, truly amazing, beautiful.
Oh, he did Sheena. Wow.
He did the covers. For this company, he did like a series of covers, and that was one of the more famous ones for sure. But the black and white on that is just sick. Especially if you're an artist. I mean, just kind of how he broke it down, because you could see Frazetta in there, Elvgren.
Dude, it kind of reminds me of Larry Elmore's ink line art.
Ever
seen his pre-painting stuff? Wow.
Mm-hmm. That's what I mean. You can see all the cool influences, and that's what I always dig about these kind of artists and stuff. But tell me, Betty Page is my uncle.
Like Quagmire. Like,
oh shit. How you doing, Tony? Yeah, if you want to pop in at some point, go ahead, man. But yeah, he's a lot of great stuff out there. And like I said, there are artists who, a lot of people didn't get that much recognition. There are others who did, at least amongst their peers. And I think someone like him should have been spotlighted a whole lot more, because his storytelling was just truly epic, and his artwork is it's killer. I have one of his art books. He did like a hardcover, like 2 years before he passed, because sadly he lymphoma, a version of lymphoma got him. And it was actually, and here's a really sad thing, it was the treatment he was doing. He was doing chemo, and it weakened his heart.
Yeah, dude, chemo does that, man. Chemo sucks.
Yeah, because they said he was battling it for 9 years, but the chemo is that's what screwed him up. Yeah, they say in the documentary too that was the main cause.
That's terrible.
It is, because like he was a really cool guy, and like just the stories about him too were pretty amazing. Again, super nice dude, but he loved his women, and a lot of his friends said that too. It got him into situations that were a little bit hairy. but they were all funny because every one of them, they all said he was like the sweetest, nicest guy. Hearing his ex talk about him too was pretty funny. Because again, it's just like they should have never been married. They both said it, and it's funny because she looked like a young version of Betty Page. But they stayed great friends throughout their entire lives, and she attributes everything to him, like her whole career and all that. And it's kind of heartbreaking too when you see some of those stories. But at the same time, you could see there was a lot of love and respect with everyone who knew him, and it's great. And again, the guy was a massive perfectionist. It's like the name of the documentary as well. Dave Stevens, Drawn Perfection. So go check it out. Like I said, if you guys have not seen it, and he's done a lot of crazy, amazing pinup artwork. And later in life, he actually went back to school because he was self-taught, and then he went back when he was like 42 to learn how to paint even better. And he was just like, he just kept upping his game, which was pretty amazing. So I want to thank my brother Frankie too, because he's the one who told me. Because it was funny, the day before I ran into a couple of friends at the store. I was hanging out with one of my best friends, and I saw a couple of books, like they released some Rocketeer stuff, and I'm like, oh, I haven't seen this in a while. And Adam Hughes, he had done this little short story. This is the cover to the book that's out right now. Again, that's Adam Hughes, who also ended up working with Dave at one point as well. And he did this gorgeous piece. And inside he did like an 8-page little mini story as well, that had to do with like Amelia Earhart. And it was written by the guys who worked on the movie. So that was also really cool. For that too, I mean, the director of the movie, he was also in the documentary. He's also the guy that went on to make Captain America, the First Avenger, and that's why it has like a similar feel to the Rocketeer. It has like that, that kind of more wholesome adventure type feel to it, which I really enjoyed. But it's funny because when they were trying to sell this, and it took them like a number of years, and Disney was the last company they went to because they know that they were going to be bent over, and Spielberg kind of opened the door for them. And he said it. He goes, if Disney doesn't pick this up, he goes, I'll direct it. That's how much he loved Dave's work and believed in that character. And I'm kind of curious, like, what he would have done, because it would have been a massive hit. It did well, but not the numbers that Disney wanted. That's why we never saw sequels. And they were all gun-ho on it. And everyone said that Dave was awesome to work with. Like, he was one of the first creators who came onto like the movie set, and everyone loved his input except for the higher ups. The higher ups kicked him off set multiple times, but everyone on set loved him, including the director. And Tom James all over the documentary as well. He became really good friends with him. To hear like his input and how much he truly loves comics and all that type of stuff. Like, it's a super interesting documentary. So that's why I kind of brought it up. Plus, Dave Stevens' birthday just passed yesterday, so the 29th was his birthday. Rest in peace, Dave. Another fantastic, incredible artist. Here's another one of the shots from inside the book that Adam Hughes drew. So it's another awesome piece. But, nice. Yeah. So if you love some great artwork, huge recommendations for that. I know it's IDW. It's not a company that I like at all. But right now, they're the ones releasing some of this great Rocketeer stuff. If you want some Dave Stevens work, incredible artist, someone who influenced my work as well. Go check it all out. So, anyone on panel fans of the character? Or have you seen the movie? Did you enjoy all that stuff?
I seen the movie when I was younger. I haven't seen it recently, so I don't remember much of it.
Yeah, I picked up the Blu-ray a couple of years ago. It wasn't easy to find, but they did put it on Blu-ray. So
if I recall, there were radio shows about Rocketeer.
There might have been.
Yeah, back in like the late 70s, early 80s, I remember there was this like kind of revival of like the 1930s, 1940s radio serials, and there's like commercials like 2 LPs or four cassettes or whatever, you know. And it was all the old radio shows. And I recall there was like Flash Gordon, the Phantom, even that
the Shadow.
the Shadow.
Yep.
Yeah, the Shadow.
Yeah, and hell, I'm surprised he wasn't in that Defenders of the Earth cartoon that came out around that same time as the.
Oh yeah. That was a good one. I like that.
Yeah.
NECA has a bunch of figures of those guys.
Nice.
The Defenders.
Yeah, the Flash Gordon and Ming the Merciless ones. That's the ones I have, and they look fantastic. Oh no, I did pick up the Phantom too. A lot of the other guys I wasn't that familiar with, so I didn't bother with those ones. But the ones that I did pick up, they look awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, they did a really nice job on them. They had like a couple different. I think they released 3 different versions. Like they have one that's like on a blister pack. They have one that's in a box that has a whole bunch of extra.
Yeah. They got the box one. They got the blister pack one, and there was a variation one too, because I remember they had like 3 different Flash Gordons, and they had 2 different Mings, and then they had a Ming that was in a box.
Oh.
But it was basically the same thing as the one on the blister pack, except the ones in the box come with a few different items than the ones that are on the blister. So at least there's a difference. It's not like the exact same thing just on the blister pack. There are some differences in the weapons.
Yeah, which is cool. You know, that's all good stuff, man. But yeah, it's about good quality and good entertainment, and that's kind of like what I want to do with a lot of my work too. Like give people a lot to chew on, visually, story wise, and of course the hot babes. How can you tell a great story without a hot babe? But and on that note too, you're gonna have strong, handsome, masculine, or how Jens always says it, fucking masculine male characters as well, because you want your
Vinny, you can't get it right. You gotta be fucking masculine, man, because you can't let no bed tell you how to write a masculine man. It's fucking toxic masculinity, man.
You too much soy.
Soy.
Disney's all fucking full of soy.
Yeah.
But Doc, you said you never seen Rocketeer. Is this just a character you never got?
I just one of those things. Never went out on my way to see it. Never had the opportunity to go with anybody. I just under the radar completely. It's not a lack of interest or a huge amount of interest. Just kind of slipped by.
I think it's something you probably really dig.
Well, it's got the Art Deco style, so I'm already liking it. But I'll have to take the time.
Yeah, because he was like a big fan of Alfonso Mucha as well. This guy who had those really intricate pieces, and like you said, that Art Deco style and all that kind of cool stuff.
Did you see? It was like a few years ago. They had actually had a figure out. It was like a re-release type figure. The Rocketeer.
Oh, Rocketeer. Yeah, I had I did a review on one of them. Was it Diamond Select? I think that released it.
I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah, because as a kid, I was never able to get like a figure of him. And I took like one of the G.I. Joes and like Silly Putty, and one of them he had like the football gear on, and his helmet kind of had that shape. So I made the fin, and I added the extra kind of like the bullet bumpers on the back of like the rocket, and I made my own version as a kid. Which is kind of cool. But there's a couple of companies that released them. I have one from a number of years ago that I found kind of recently after I moved, and then I found the Diamond Select one. I want to say last year that I did a review on. I did a short too, because apparently Disney did some kind of release with a black version, and I made a short that was kind of funny about that. But
I think if anybody else but Disney had it, it probably would have did a lot better. I mean, if you think if it was any other company, there probably could have been some other partnerships and pairings up. Because I think at that point, if anybody else but Disney had it, who likes to keep everything in house and they don't like to share with anybody, how much would make a bet that he probably would have became an honorary Joe and he would have been made as a GI Joe as well?
Yeah. Jesus. Yeah. First, yeah, Disney. Yeah, they're pieces of shit. And what they were going to do to the character, because the director was furious with them. They wanted to change his look and give him like an astronaut helmet. And he went, what are you crazy? It had to look like the comic book. And if it didn't, everything else would have failed. So he fought to make sure he was going to have the proper look and design and all that. Mm-hmm. And that lead guy too, what the hell is his name? I think it's Billy Campbell. That dude, let me see if we can find the movie stills and stuff. That guy, he became good friends with as well.
Dude, imagine what they do today. They're like, they got to make him a black lesbian. Okay.
Oh, no.
It'd be the Rocketeeress.
But dude, he looked exactly like how he drew him in the comics as well.
Yeah, the same hairstyle and everything.
Yeah, and it's funny too because like Dave was kind of trying to draw himself, but then like when they picked him for the lead in the movie, he started kind of gearing the artwork more towards how he looked. He became super good friends with them, and he at the end of the documentary he reads something from his journal, like a narration thing, and yeah, it's a shame too that this guy's career didn't take off more because he was a fantastic actor. And a big dude too. I think he was like 6'5" or something.
Oh geez, yeah. Look at him towering over everybody.
Yeah, and I think he got together with her. I think they got married at one point.
Connolly, lucky bastard.
So. I think that was one of his. Because she's with the guy from Beautiful Mind, the one who played Jarvis, Vision. With that guy.
Oh
she's with him now. But I know she had
Paul Bettany.
Paul Bettany.
Yeah, Paul Bettany.
Bettany,
Bettany,
it. Sorry.
That's it, yeah. But I don't know. Like this guy was a great actor. He did a couple other movies after this, but it's a shame his career didn't take off more. But yeah, they did a great job, and I recommend the movie too. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out.
Oh, look, sequel in works. I called it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was looking that up too because I could have swore I heard them talking about doing
sequel in works. Got to put the black
a sequel or a series, and I thought they were gonna make him female.
I don't think that's gonna happen at all.
No, I'm so tired of this, man. I tried to watch that Transformers movie, dude, and good God.
You couldn't watch it?
Well, first of all, United States is majority white, and the only white people in that movie is a weird bitchy woman who took credit from the black chick who's like a genius that can't even speak English properly.
Yeah, and has never had any formal schooling.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then the G.I. Joe recruiter at the end. And everybody else was just, they're like, we're going to like Machu Picchu or like, I don't know where the hell, Peru or whatever. And I'm like, wow, it looks just as brown and black as the United States now. According to that movie, nobody, seriously, they just basically said there's actually a part where they were showing they're laugh at their jokes because white people like that. It was all racialized commentary. These people are struggling to live in a, they're trying to struggle to live in a white man's world. That's basically what and I'm like, oh God.
I did like the brother and his the older brother and the younger brother's dynamic. I liked that.
The kid with sickle cell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the only interesting thing as far as demons go, and then the rest I didn't mind.
I don't mind the fact that Noah, the main character, who's Latino, that was cool. He was a great character.
Yeah.
But the fact that the whole movie was no, it's got to be anti-white. It's got to be, just got to throw those shit in there. And when they when I just made that off comment about the Rocketeer, and I was like, it could be worse. It could be a black lesbian. Lo and behold,
once again, though, I mean, you talk about that damn movie. I mean, that's a pure example of people that don't get what the story is supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about the damn robots.
Yep.
The humans are supposed to be secondary characters. They shouldn't matter as much to the story. And every one of these cuts, ever since Michael Bay had stepped into it, that's all they do is they make it all about the freaking humans, and the Transformers are secondary characters. Just garbage.
Yeah, that's the figure I reviewed, by the way.
Oh, shit!
Yeah.
Can he be removed from that? Like, is it?
Yeah. It's kind of, they have like it's a base as well. So if you just want them,
sweet,
to stand like that on it or without it. But yeah, the other he comes with like little flame things you could put in their back in the back.
He has the same costume as Launchpad McQuack, minus the helmet. You know that like aviator from like the turn of the century.
Yep.
Like I don't even know what they call those pants. Like they're baggy on the sides.
Yeah. Those kind of weird ones. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the other figure.
They have pants like that in riding.
But
like riding pants that are just like that. Yeah.
Yeah, the horse riding stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy too because like back then they didn't really have any figures or nothing, and then they did a bunch of good ones more recently.
Yeah,
but at least they gave them its proper due. I know there's like a 1/6 scale version as well with the real leather jacket and everything.
Oh damn!
I've seen that. I forgot what company did it.
I thought one of the companies also did them with the traditional red jacket.
Was it originally red in the comics, or?
I thought it was originally red in the comics.
It was supposed to be more of like a brown leather, but I think again
there it is. It's red. He just showed it. Scroll down right there. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but yeah, they were doing more of like the books themselves. They weren't really like that. It was more like for certain promotional things.
Well, it was all in black and white originally, right? Like the old school.
No, he was doing colors on it too. That's why he said he was upset because it's printed on toilet paper and everything got washed out.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah, he literally said it. He goes, that's why he was always furious about that. But yeah, it's supposed to be more of like this brown leather.
That's sweet.
But yeah, this is definitely the book to get. I'm waiting on mine. But
is he in public domain yet?
No, he was created like in '83, I think.
Oh well, this version of him was created.
Yeah, the other one, they said in the documentary, I forgot what the guy's name was, but they didn't know for sure. That's why he kind of just redesigned it.
Yeah.
Which again was pretty cool.
Well, it'd be cool to see some, different artist takes on this without, like indie people who aren't corporate backed or using ESG scores to influence their decisions. Right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this guy just I love it.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Too?
It's gorgeous. What was
that? Wasn't there a video game too?
No, no, there was Capcom made this game. I'll look it up.
Yeah, the Rocketeer when I was, on NES.
Much Super later Nintendo. Than that. Let's see. What's it called? I love when I could just Google weird shit. And
AVGN did an episode of it.
Is it called like Phantom Zone or
I don't know. If you guys find it, I'll pull it up. But yeah, Keely Chow. Yeah, when I was younger, Hollywood already screwed over one of my projects. I pitched to a company, and when the company went down, this piece of shit who had like all these different submissions from a whole bunch of different people, he went to Hollywood and he shopped it around just to get the option. So like he made like $10,000 per idea that he was giving Hollywood, like they were his, and not one of them were. But Karma did get that piece of shit, and he was celebrating in like Costa Rica or one of these third world countries, and he drove a Jeep off the side of a mountain and was like in a coma for 6 months or something. And they said he was never right again after that. So yeah, that kind of put a smile on my face.
A little bit.
Nice.
Yep. So there you go. There's brain damage for you, piece of shit. But yeah.
But again, 2023 version of brain damage we see on the TV. Yeah.
Godzillion. I have no idea if he did. I don't think Alex Ross could not hold a candle to Dave Stevens, especially some of the paintings that he did later on. Holy hell, those things were incredible. Ross just traces over his friends in pajamas. That's why I'm like, at one point I liked his work, and then like when I saw more and more of his process and how much of a thief he is, I'm like, eh. And I had an encounter with that guy as well. Like he was trying to use it's a whole thing I'm not going to get into, but he said I could use his name when trying to get work at DC, and he reneged on that and then tried to flip out like the bitch that he is. So
you told us about that.
That sucks, man.
Yeah, just shitty people out there, you know. And that's why I'm like, if I see anyone who's like that, I want nothing to do with them. I only like genuine people, real people. If you're two-faced, if you flip flop all the time, like I don't want you near my circle. I don't want you near me because I don't have time for that shit. Because what's attached to that? Drama and bullshit, and that's always a waste of time. So, you know, it's about putting out quality and and just showing you guys some more cool things. More inspiration.
I posted in the private that failed Capcom game that was inspired by, and the only reason why I remember it so distinctly was because I was at that E3 when they were showing it off, and we're making fun of the poor guy that was dressed up in the costume, and I'm like, "What the hell is that? Is that supposed to be the Rocketeer?" No, I'm not the Rocketeer, dude. You look just like the Rocketeer.
Oh my god! Yeah, hold on a second.
Not the Rocketeer.
Let's see that.
And one person, the one Let's Play thing has Rocketeer in the Dark Void of Tomorrow.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's basically like that costume that they had and everything. I'm like, that's the freaking Rocketeer.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But there were games on Super NES and DOS for the Rocketeer.
Oh, there were.
Cool.
Okay.
Yep.
How did those
there was
look?
even a Tiger Electronics game.
Oh god.
That's not a
wristwatch.
to brag about.
Yeah.
Oh, then okay, I got it then. Yeah, I see it in my library. Yeah.
Oh, you have it?
No, I have the NES and the let's just say the emulated versions.
I might actually have Dark Void. I think it was a free game 1 month for 360.
Was it any good?
And it had vertical combat. That was like their selling point with it. So like it was really weird.
Why don't you just make a proper one?
Yeah, they could have just freaking hell. Even a side scroller would have been cool, like a shmup,
right? Make a cool game and give his family some money, scumbags.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, let me see if I can find the
NES.
Yeah, that's crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Man. Whew.
Let me see a couple of more images of this thing.
Okay, you said it was on the NES. I can.
Yeah, NES and Super NES.
All right. So...
Yeah, these scumbags. Jeez. Yeah, I got a better shot of the of that cover. You know, this is why we can't have nice things, because there's criminals out there.
Yeah, they're like, no, not at all.
No.
That's a totally different thing.
It's so different. Look, he's got a futuristic gun, so it can't be him.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Oh.
Yeah, so we got the Rocketeer there.
Oh, wow.
Some old school SNES, NES stuff.
Can we see any of it, or?
Wait, you want me to fire her up?
Yeah, fire it up if you fire it up. Fire it up.
Warm it up, Chris. I'm about to.
Yeah.
All right. Oh God, Hollywood land. That's how you know it's pre-1940s.
Holy shit! They released this in '91. Wow.
Yeah.
So they rushed it out.
Somewhere in Hollywood, legendary screen star Neville Sinclair berates one of his hired mobster thugs.
Well, it did make it look like Timothy Dalton.
This is beautiful.
That's funny looking.
I love it.
What is he doing to his crotch?
Oh, the games that you like hit stuff and you don't really know if it's actually doing anything.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Can you shoot?
Could he fly?
No, I can't seem to fly. I think you have to like work up to that power.
Probably.
Yeah, I think it's time for an upgrade. They need to remake this.
Well, hold on. Was there a SNES version of this as well?
Yeah, there's a Super Nintendo one too.
All right, let's go to the better one.
Fired up like Paul Walker. He blew up.
Yeah. Well, let's see if there's a Japanese version. Rocketeer this.
Well, if there is a Japanese version, you know it's going to be better than the American version.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
They always are.
Yep.
Let's see. It looks like Rockman. So, no, I'll go to SNES. I hope I have it. I'm fairly certain I got. I don't know. It's the digital hoarder in me.
Yeah, Super R-Type. That was I love that game.
Yep,
Hell yeah.
me too.
It's too bad you can't just patent and sell this.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
There it is.
Oh,
Woohoo!
wow.
Look at that. It's using mode 7, it looks like.
Oh yeah, it's got to be better than the previous one you just saw.
Yeah, the previous one looks like ass.
I mean, come on, Nintendo to Super Nintendo. I mean, there was a big difference, you know.
Yeah.
Still love them both, personally. 92.
Yeah. No, yeah. Sometimes like the old classic stuff is good too.
Yeah.
You can do a 2-player on this one. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, they're using cells from the comic.
Oh, nice.
You're gonna watch me fail miserably at this because.
Oh, is this like a flight simulator?
I guess they're going like with the movie.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Gotta use the throttle.
I'm trying to.
They're gonna land, and you didn't even take off yet.
I know.
You can do it, Chris.
I almost think the other game was better.
Because at least you know what you were doing.
Oh wait, it's moving.
Yay!
Now it's just gonna explode out of nowhere.
I think you're supposed to go in the air.
Yeah, I'm trying to. It's not like it's not.
There you are.
racing.
You were in there.
Down is up, down, probably.
You can get it up, Chris. Take the little blue pill.
Yes, you didn't need no blue Pfizer pill.
You better hurry up. They're lapping the shit out of you. It's a race.
Yeah, not only are they lapping the shit out, dude. This is almost like an allegory of real life for me. Everybody's already started it, and I'm like they have like a 10-mile head start on me.
You're like, but I don't even know how to start. You'll figure it out.
What the fuck?
The little Asian that could.
That's your speed, and then whatever the other thing was is your yeah.
Okay, so you lost the race, climb back in there, rip them up the side. Yeah, how about you go fuck yourself?
Hold on, Chris has got to Google a YouTube video on how to play the fucking game.
Yeah, if I had the manual, I probably could figure it out. But it's like I'm pressing all the buttons and nothing is happening.
No, that's cool, dude. Thanks for sharing that. That was awesome. I don't care. I think that was epic.
Hell yeah, man.
Snafugogo says that it runs better than Cyberpunk 2077 on console, to be fair. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
It's not wrong.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Oh man!
Holy hell!
You ever? So it kind of reminded me of that time I was at Dave and Buster's and the Irvine Spectrum, and they had those freaking mech machines. They had like Mech Warrior, whatever. Dude, there's like so you get into it, and there's basically an airplane cockpit, like an air jetliner, and you're like, dude, there's 700 buttons here. What the fuck am I supposed to press?
Yeah, we had those at our laser tag place. It was called Laser Dome. And they had like a dance thing some days. They even had like a laser show, like because it was in a big dome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Here's some of the
good
Holy Moses! Wait, the Rocketeer's part of the tribe? I didn't think the Goyim ever said Holy Moses. I thought they were like Jesus.
Well, it's back in the 30s, you know that was like a swear word.
Oy vey.
No. But yeah, I just want to show you guys like a little more of the detail up close because like
jumping Jehoshaphat's and you know
there's only so much.
Jiminy Dillikers.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, not bad. All right, folks. Unless anyone else wants to say anything else about the film or Dave Stevens, I guess we could head on over to Rumble and actually talk about some stuff that we can't talk about here. You want to know about the rats?
The
over in
Rocketoni?
California?
Rocketoni.
We just need to point Rocketoni towards California.
Is that actually Tony?
Please
Yeah.
don't. No California for me.
What
up, y'all?
Oh, that was great.
Catching bugs.
Oh, he needs to do the Anakin Skywalker.
Whoa! I want him to say, wee. How you doing, Tony?
Good, good. Meant to jump on a little while ago, but I was crying over the prices at Panda Express, so decided, a live stream sounds better.
Yeah, better than crying over Panda Express, yeah.
Dude, I'm not even like a big fan, but we were trying to find something for dinner, but like everything is so expensive now. It's like what we would have paid in restaurants a couple of like years ago is now like fast food, which the quality, like Adam always mentions, God knows what kind of meat is in there anyway. But I'm like, yeah, I'm not paying that for fast food. Right. Damn it.
Yeah, just look at it this way, Tony. If you didn't eat the Panda Express, some dog will be eating it later, so it's okay.
I like their walnut shrimp.
He's not
their
wrong.
Walnut shrimp is good.
They call that dog cannibalism.
Yep.
Yep.
Once you eat at a real restaurant, I tried that stuff the one time, and it just wasn't Chinese food. I'm like, no.
Well, Panda Express is just it's just fast food of PF Chang.
Yeah, like I can't do Chinese food for the most part anyway. Right. We're kind of burnt out on In-N-Out Burger because for fast food, like they use quality ingredients and they're cheaper than everywhere else. It's just how many times can you eat that shit? It's like we're burnt out.
Okay, it's strange. I've never heard those words used before in my life. I'm trying to focus and see if you actually said it, that burnt out on In-N-Out. Did I hear that correctly?
Yeah.
Oh my word. Okay. Reality has just shifted.
In-N-Out fries are terrible. Their fries are bad.
Holy hell. Well, guys, here's the link for Rumble. So everyone in the chat, if you want to come join us over there, we're going to be able to talk about more things. And yeah. So there's
freedom
a couple
of
speech. Yeah, free speech is over there, not over here. So if you want to hear some uncensored, unfiltered, great stuff, we'll talk about the bag of rotting oatmeal in the White House. We'll talk about Obama's chef, some nefarious things, and what you might have seen of Big Mike's. But yeah, well, that's coming up. So if you guys want to join us, remember, go hit that link. Thank you everyone who showed up here. And yeah, please join us over there. Let me see.
Yeah. I can tell you all about the roosters and chickens.
Yes.
That's right. All right. So
Tony, I was literally chasing a chicken earlier. You can go and end it whenever, Vinny. I was just Ramon's chickens got away. So he's like almost 70. So you got an almost 50 and an almost 70-year-old chasing chickens in the front fucking yard. It was hilarious.
Next time,
and no one had a camera.
Tape.
No, I was chasing the damn chicken, Doc.
He was pulling a Rocky Balboa. Everyone, we're going over to Rumble now. See us over.